Hello, my name is DJ Forever Play, and this is Life Stories. Now, I want to get a little serious with you. And for those who know me or those who don't know me, I am 100% blind. And you figure like, wow, how you do all your channels and all this stuff you do. I use an iPhone, and of course, the iPhone can talk to you. And I do talk to text, and the thing reads what's on the screen. So I use technology to help me do the things I do. But let me tell you the story on how I became this way. Now, if you listen to all the stories that I have on this channel, you'll realize I lived a wild and did things unexpectedly. And I had my adventures. But the thing is, I wasn't taking care of myself the way I should. I mean, I was working several jobs. I played hard. I was always busy, always moving around. And I always liked to drink water. That was one thing, I always drink water. Sometimes when I'm thirsty, I didn't really want to reach for a soda. No. I reached for some water. And I always thought that was just normal. I didn't know what diabetes was originally. My family used to call it the sugar. And they didn't explain what the hell it was, but they keep eating the way they eating, and I'm following suit. Eating a lot of junk food, candy, drinking a lot of soda. Especially at a young age, I'm just doing all this crazy stuff. I'm thinking I just want to survive and work and play. But doing all those things, there's consequences to think of. So, around 2008, coming off a vacation, I developed a sore on my right toe. I think the middle toe, and it never healed properly. And then eventually I got sick, really sick. I had like a fever of 106, and it's a summertime at that time. At that time, it was summer, and my girlfriend at the time, she took me to this hospital, and so they diagnosed me, and they looked at the foot. It was like really deteriorating, and they came to the conclusion that I had diabetes. Now I was kind of like shocked because I didn't know what the hell was going on. But eventually, I had to have my toes removed. And at first, I was debating, but they was like, "Well, you got to do what you got to do." But then it turned out that the infection had spread, so then I got half my foot cut off. And of course, I was depressed because I'm an active person. If I got to get things done, I do them myself. I don't try to rely on no one, but I got to heal myself now. I got to walk on crutches and stuff like that. Then it's like the doctor told me I had diabetes for a long time, but I just, probably didn't realize because I was always active. And I said, "Well, how long you think I had it?" They say you might have had it in the late 90s. And I think back at certain instances, I say, "Yeah, you may be right." So a lot of things started happening. I started losing my sight, and the infection. I got a canker sore on my right side, and then it got into the bone. So they told me I would have to get my right leg amputated below the knee. Now I struggle with this decision. I really struggle with this decision. And I say, you better make sure that the infection is in the bone, because I don't want to just lose my right leg and y'all make a mistake. So I got a second opinion, and it was definitely the infection went into the bone. And they wanted to remove that portion. They didn't want to let me catch sepsis or anything like that. So, 2012, I had the operation. And even though I was still losing my sight gradually, so by the time I'm officially disabled, and I actually lost all of my sight within late 2012, early 2013. I went into a big depression. I didn't know what I was going to do. But a little soul searching and a little self-analysis, and then eventually I started using the iPhone, because they had that function, like the iOS, and then the iPhone 4S. It was at the first, talking Siri and stuff like that. So that's why I started my little trend on iPhones. And I had to learn to use these phones. And I said, I'm not going to let my blindness stop me from doing things, because I'm creative. I like creating things. And that's my one desire in life, is to create, let people admire or acknowledge my creations. That's why I started doing voiceovers and ASMRs. I will not let any disability or handicap stop me from doing things. Now, I got to rely on some people, which I really don't like, because I'm a person I want to do for myself. But I learned to adapt to my surroundings, adapt to my circumstances. I know how to make food. I mean, just because you're blind, everything is the way it is. You just got to use your hands more. I do things on my own. I mean, certain things I can't do, like reading the mail or go to the grocery store. But a lot of other things I do on my own, because that's the way I am. And that's why I get mad at certain people who say, I used to do this, but I gave up because it was too hard. That's life. Life is hard, but you got to learn to adapt to your situations, and adapt to the circumstances, and adapt to the situation at hand. Don't never feel sorry for yourself. Pick yourself up and do what you got to do. If you had that energy and that drive, I mean, of course you'd be a little depressed. Hell, I was depressed. I was really depressed. I've had some really crazy thoughts. But I had to shake my head and trust in God, because God pulled me through so many things in my life. And it'd be a slap in the face to let him or her know, that I gave up. No. I'll never give up. I'll keep creating. I'll keep doing whatever I got to do, and staying alive in the process. I tell people, if you have a talent, nurture it, develop it, Don't let it go to waste. If you have a skill, use it. Make it mature. Make it a career, something you enjoy, something you like. Instead of out here working for these jobs, because these jobs don't care about your health. These jobs don't care about, you know, if you get fired or you quit. They just replace you with someone else. Unless you're a person who brings a job more money than they ever seen, they don't care. They don't care. And that was my problem. I'm working all these jobs, working all these hours, not taking care of myself. Oh, they call me, hey, you want to work some overtime? Yeah. But you got to take time out to take care of yourself. That is the most important thing, because jobs will be here. They've been there. They'll still be here. But you, on the other hand, your health is so important. Especially if you have kids or you have a loved one, you want to be around for them as long as you possibly can. Now, I use my voice when I'm doing videos because I like voice acting. And I make scripts right in my head. I don't read Braille. I don't try to quote down some scripts ideas. It's just as soon as I have an idea in my head, boom, I'll just record it. It's an uncanny trick I like to do. And all the videos I created throughout the years, that's all from the top of my head. My imagination is vast and powerful. When I listen to a movie, I'm using audio description, but I picture the movie in my head. And sometimes I know the movie better than people who've seen the movie because I'm using my imagination. And I'm using all my abilities to comprehend the scenario. Because I never was always blind. I had poor vision growing up and I wore glasses. But this is a whole new venture starting back in 2012, in which all I see is blackness. And I even joke with my girlfriend. I say, to me, everyone's black. And I learned to laugh. I mean, some people might, make a joke and everything. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Why? It was a funny joke. I learned to accept things. But I adapt to my surroundings, my circumstances, and my situation. Now, if I knew what I know now back in my early 20s, I would never, ever, ever, ever drink a soda in my life. Do I miss it? Yes, because I haven't drunk a soda. It's 2023. I haven't drunk a soda within 9 years. Do I miss it? No. Sometimes I miss the taste of Dr. Pepper or Sprite. But I don't need it. I don't want it. I'll drink some water and add some lemon juice to it. I'm good. I drank tons of water. But if I knew what I know now back then, I would be much healthier. Eat more vegetables, salads and stuff. Drink a lot of water. No sodas whatsoever. and even stay away from those artificial juices. You got to take care of yourself. This is the only body you have, unless we have a science that can make and clone your body, and you can make another body. We only have one body, and we got to take care of it. We must take care of ourselves. Don't overwork yourself, because these jobs don't care about you. All they care about is the money they make for their establishment. So please, heed my words. Take care of yourself. And take care of people who are close to you. Working all these crazy hours, it's not worth it. As long as they pay you properly, that's all that matters. But trying to kill yourself just to make overtime, I wouldn't do it again. Thank you for letting me share this personal story. Please subscribe to the channel. Like the videos. Set notification to all. And send me a comment if you're in some of the same situation or you're having problems of your own. I'd like to hear from you. And above all, take care of yourselves. I mean it. Because I want you here for years. Bye now.